gonna take a drive. I don't know where to. I got off work today. It's my rest day. I call it grow days. I don't call it rest days. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I hope y'all don't mind that. Um, Even though I'm in my fitness, I don't smoke them all the time like that. But sometimes I enjoy me a fucking cigarette. Who cares? I still get up and do my motherfucking grind. So yeah. So we about to grab and take a drive. I'm gonna put it on my little stand. Give me a second. I'm gonna take us a drive. Like y'all passenger, y'all in the passenger seat now. You dig? So we gonna take us a drive. Where to? Probably around town. And I might pop it off the stand every now and again. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna play no radio. Cause I ain't trying to get on copyright claims and shit. So let me see if y'all see me. Y'all don't see my black ass, do y'all? Y'all don't see my you can see my teeth. Yeah, we gonna dim these lights, I guess. Um, yeah. So let's take this drive. Now where we going? I don't know. We're just gonna take a little drive. I'm fucking bored, and I don't go out getting into no fucking trouble. If I get in trouble, I get in trouble at home. You heard? You know what I mean? I learned my lesson a long time ago, homie. So let's go through the city of Menard. Not the city, but the town of Menard. 1,300 people in the population. So it was crazy. I can tell you what happened. I was living in Como in Fort Worth. I was living in Como for Fort Worth, and I was maintenance of apartment. It was what's the fucking goddamn name of the apartment? It was funded by a church, but goddamn, I forgot the name of the job. I worked for some of the apartments. I was maintenance and make ready, but yeah. So I was standing on Como and I knew this guy that did tattoos, and I let him borrow one of the maintenance pumps. And they wanted a pump because they ride BMX bikes and everything, but he did tattoos, right? So I linked up with him, did tattoos done, not knowing this guy was selling big time meth. You know what I mean? And I worked for the apartments. So he asked to see the apartment's air pump to pump up their bike tires one day. So he had it for a while, you know, and I went to go get it back. And when I went to go get it back, you know, because I wanted to go pump on my son's footballs because we used to always go to the park and play football and practice for his games and stuff. Put him on routes and everything. And I went to get the pump back. I was talking to him, and he said his partner had the pump, which I thought that was shitty. You know, you don't let somebody else borrow something that you let them borrow, especially if it's not for you. It's for the maintenance department, you know. But so that was gone. And in the midst of walking with him, I got slammed down by task force. You know, get down, get on the ground. They pulled up quick, bro. They pulled up fucking quick. They threw me on the fucking ground hard in the bitch, slammed my face to the concrete. You know what I mean? My daughter, she was like, it looked like the first 48 outside. They did that shit from my kid, my wife. And I worked there, you know? And just by association, just tell you about the people you fuck with would get you fucked up. You know what I mean? And I ain't really fuck with them. I just really want to get tattoos from them. You know what I mean? And so they slammed me on the ground and everything. And they had guns at my head and everything like that. I'm like, don't move. Don't move. So I ain't say shit and everything like that. And then they pulled me up and started asking me questions. They asked me, how do I know him? So blase, blase, what I told y'all and everything about the air pump and all that stuff like that. And, you know, and he did tattoos. And when it was like, do you know he was Aryan Brotherhood? And I was like, no. He was like, how you do tattoo? He wanted to get a tattoo. He would, you see the tattoos? And I didn't know nothing about the gang initiation and all that shit. And, you know, I didn't know about the racism, tattoos and all that shit. But he was cool with me. So, like, maybe he was playing me. And I ain't even know. You know, but he was cool to me. You know, never showed me no fake, no flaw. But, besides the L pump deal, that's what everything came to life. So he went, you know, I told him my wife, my kids down the street, you know what I mean? They're looking at it right there. You know, I said, man, can you take me? I want my kids to see that. So he took me out the way so my kids won't see. And the lady cop went and asked my wife, you know, how did I know that guy, whatever like that. And the story checked out. You know what I mean? So he set me up. And he set me in the fucking Empower. It was like, he set me in a big bed of Empower, right? That bitch would bite me up. And I like, sir. I'm like, man, can you move me, man? He was like, I'm getting bit. So he started dusting me off and everything like that. And he was like, man, your story checked out and everything. He was like, I'm gonna go ahead and look your name up and everything, and everything checks out, I'm gonna let you go. And I see my boss right across, and I was like, I have nothing to do with this. I have nothing to, like, I know Jeremy. I know if you did, he's like, they wouldn't be letting you go. Cause he came back and he was like, you got chicken shit. He was like, you know, cause I just had traffic tickets and shit. You know what I mean? He's like, it's chicken shit. He's like, so they let me go. So she made me seem like nothing else was wrong, right? And then back door, you know, she fired me, dude. Now I had a apartment with these people. I was maintenance, so I had half off apartment. You know how that shit goes. You know, you get half off or you get free rent. It depends on, you know, the apartment and everything. I was getting half off my rent. But so yeah, what happened was she told me everything was alright when she fired me and gave me 72 hours to get off the premises. Now, usually when you're a regular attendant, you have like 30 days before they evict you. You know what I mean? And then you get a notice by court and everything. But when you're an employee, they give you 72 hours to get off the premises. By you being an employee, you can vandalize or, you know, fuck with anything. You know everything about the property. You know keys, you know all the abandoned apartments, you know everything. You know, so they give you 72 hours to go. So I had no real money saved up at this time. You know, I had my kids, my wife, you know, it was like I'm in a shit show, you know. Thank God I had enough money to put my shit in storage and get a hotel room for the week. You know what I mean? And in the midst of that, I've been praying to God, you know, like trying to get my life together because it was happening unexpected. And one day I was taking my kids to school before we transferred them, and then, you know, I had a dream that somebody stole our rollerblades, right? Because we always kept them by the front door. We used to always go rollerblading at Trinity Park. And I had a dream somebody stole the rollerblades. And I woke up and I told my wife. I said, man, I had a dream somebody stole our rollerblades, man. She was like, ain't nobody gonna steal them rollerblades. She was like, nobody don't want them things, you know, it's like, nobody don't rollerblade. We don't want a rollerblade. Well, when we took the kids to school and put them in the car in the morning, she was like, babe. And I was like, what? She was like, somebody stole our rollerblades. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Somebody actually stole our rollerblades. We had them in a duffel bag at the front door, and somebody stole them. Okay, so boom, fast forward just a little bit. We taking the kids, about to take the kids to school, we loading up. And they had this dragonfly, right? It fucking flew around my windshield, kept flying off my windshield and back on my windshield, landed on my windshield. It was like a colorful dragonfly. And it kept staying on my windshield, so I hit the windshield wiper, try to get the movie up, jump past the windshield, and go back on the window. And I'm windshield, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? This damn dragonfly don't want to leave me alone. So I'm trying to get the dragonfly out the windshield, don't want to leave me alone. So I just took off to the kids at school. And I'm going like 15 miles per hour because it was right in the school zone. It's like right off the street, you know what I mean? So we had to go through a school zone, so I'm going through 15 miles per hour. Well, this dragonfly stayed on the window and kept hovering the car, like, all the way to the school and back. Like, I guess it was attracted by the scent or something. I don't know. But then I started looking up, what does it mean when a dragonfly follows you? And it was like, you are destined for change. It's like change is coming your way. And I'm like, wow, crazy, right? I'm like, this shit is crazy. So, boom. I'm praying to God and I'm seeing all these signs and everything, right? We get them going to the hotel. We pack all that stuff, put it in the storage, we go to the hotel. And then once we get to the hotel, we get all situated and everything. Well, we found out like her sister said we could stay with her in this town that I'm driving in right now. It's Menard, Texas. And you know, I knew nothing about this town. My wife did. She knew about the town, and you know, she said she liked it and all that stuff like that. She like so. What I did was I applied for a bunch of jobs down here, and I ended up getting 4 fucking jobs. So I said, bet I'm gonna work them all. I don't know how I'm gonna some part time try to get a dude. I came up here, had 4 jobs. I worked at Lowe's Grocery Mart. I worked at Ranch Meat House, making jerky and cutting deer up. And then I went to the deer processing plant. Cutting deer up. Then I cut trees down. I don't know how the hell I was doing that. Then I had to be back at Ranch House because they made me supervisor to do the inspection with the FDA man to make sure before everything was clean and sanitized, right, perfect, and tested before we opened shop because it sold all their jerky to the world. Like they do the Ranch House meats at like the Houston stock shows and stuff when they had the rodeo and stuff. They like the big time. So it's like everything had to be perfect, right? So I'm juggling these 4 jobs and like for like 4 months, 5 months, and it buckled down to 1. But within that time, I saved up all my fucking checks. Like the ones I had to cash before 90 days, I already cashed to put up. But to make sure I wouldn't spend shit, I was having my checks. Then I didn't have so much money to fucking pay for a house. And when I got it, I had money to fix every fucking thing up. You know, so it worked out in my favor. And I found a place where they call it not the low water, it was the dam. And like if you go behind the dam, where the water fall down, they got a little part of a creek. And like I didn't know anybody around here at the time, so I used to always go sit at the water, put like a big old stone right there and skip rocks and talk to God. You know, just talk to God, you know. And I started doing that, man, and I just started having a shift in my life. You know, it just started shifting. Now I still was like doing bad things, still having a party life, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm handling my fucking business. But you know, it's like, but at that time I wasn't, because I ain't have no friend, I know nobody and shit, you know. So, you know, I'm going through all that. But when I got to meet friends out here, shit started to shift. I started to get into some bullshit and all that. But it wasn't bad. It was just, you know, hanging with the wrong crowd, people getting into trouble and shit like that. But luckily, I didn't get into trouble. You know, it just, look, I'm a grown ass man. I know when it's time to get away, you know what I mean? So, anyways, you know, it's like I get down here and I got this house, I fixed it up, me and my wife were doing comfortable, and, you know, I done went from all them jobs cutting and then gone to plumbing, and now I'm an electrician out here. Been out here for 9 years, and you know, like I was the town electrician working with somebody named Rocky Daniel. Now I just recently left him about 3 weeks ago. Now I'm working for a company named GWR and in Brady, Texas. And you know, I get paid a lot more money, the hours better, the jobs are bigger. We're doing commercial buildings, residential homes, barn dominiums, new homes. You know, we're doing everything, you know. But I have more help. It's not just me, you know. And it's like, and the whole time I was working for this individual, I wasn't getting my electrician hours documented, right? And because he didn't have his master electrician, because in this town you don't need that, you know. And now for this company, I'm getting that, you know. So I have to start all over. I was working for 6 years, you know. He wasn't the guy for me being a dick, you know, coming home with bad vibes with my family and my wife. I just had to get away from it. And now I'm with this new company. Now I have to start all over, getting my hours, even get my journeyman. It takes 3 years. You know, that's 400 and some hours. You know, so it's like, that's cool, you know. But it's like, now I got to start all over. And the moral to that is, you know, if something don't fit and you know it don't fit, exit that shit. You know, don't sit here and wait. Don't wait for like, don't do it for your family or nothing. Do it for your fucking self, because it will wear your ass down. It will fucking eat you up, and you will keep doing the same shit and you're wondering why, you know? So, yeah, so now I work for GWR and life's going okay. Like, I mean, shit, make good money while I can save great, you know, take care of my family better. I always did. I always was the only provider, and the only reason why that was because I don't trust anybody to watch my kids. So, and my wife is very loving, nature, and caring, you know, and beautiful. So it's like I trust her, And especially with all the bull crap going on today, these times in this world, I don't trust nobody with my kid. I'm sorry. You know, I don't really even trust the school, you know, but my child had to learn. And if I was profound enough to teach, like I'm book smart, I'm textbook smart and street smart, but I'm not a teacher. I'm not that. I need to practice on being that individual that can teach. You know, like I can explain very well, but to teach someone stuff, the only way I know is my way. You know, I can't teach 7 different ways. I don't know how to change my demeanor to teach. I can just teach. Either you get it or you don't. You know, so yeah. All I'm saying is like life ain't never over. If you going through hard times and shit happen for you, and you at the end of the fucking road and shit is just looking all bad and down, man, it's up to you to change it, brother or sister. It's up to you to change it. Don't sit here and linger on the bad shit and hurt. Oh, this happened. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Look, let life ride. And that thrill that scared you, use it for fucking fuel and just fucking take it on. Now, you know, I was 140 pounds. This time I came to this motherfucker 140 pounds. You know, fucking just smoking weed and just like fucking working and, you know, providing for my family and shit. Now I just went on a whole fitness crisis and I've been doing this shit 5 years, 8 months every fucking day, and I went from 140 pounds to 185 solid muscle. Look at the page. You know what I mean? It'll prove for itself. But man, it's just, you can always change your life. And I'm not at my full potential. I'm not a fucking like, you know, I don't have lots of fucking money. You know, I know how to manage. And sometimes I still don't manage as well. Like, but I manage well enough for me to live, be comfortable, and do shit. You know, I'm trying to figure the rest out, you know, and I'm going to keep trying to figure the rest out until I got it figured out. So don't ever give up. You're not going to give up if, you know, like you knew that somebody was going to give you $10 million if you did something and you had to get it. Guess what? If you knew you was going to get that $10 million, you won't give up. You won't be like, oh, I can't do this. You won't give up. You know what I mean? But it's like by you knowing that it's a maybe, or it might not happen, or it can happen, you don't give no effort to do it. Just try it. I didn't even know I was going to do all this social media shit. I look down on this shit like back when I first seen this shit happening. And now I look at it like I would never do that shit. Look at me now. Look how many videos I got. You know, it's kind of like it's ironic how you can say something and then for sure you mean it, and then now when you say it you already fucking doing it. It's crazy how humans are, you know. And I know I'm not the only one like this, you know. Like you say, oh, I like that song. I mean, I hate that song. That song's stupid. But you know all the fucking lyrics to that song all of a sudden. Just because you hate it. And you sing and doing a sing along with it too. And you're dancing now with it too. And secretly, you like that fucking song. You know? You know, it's just, but it's like, that's just real talk for y'all, man. I mean, I'm just taking a drive and driving. You know, just like clearing my mind. I mean, letting y'all get to know a real side of me, I guess. I guess. I know you can't see me, but I'm still here. We cruising, you know. I'm sorry y'all can't see shit. I'll take y'all on the day sometime and do this and waste my gas, even though I know I'm paying $130 a goddamn week to get to work. But guess what? That's cool though. I'm fine with that. I want to drive and I want to talk to y'all, you know. I'm trying to get better used to the live thing and, you know, and all my content. I want to make something of myself. And, you know, I like doing this stuff, you know. Like, for some reason, it's fun to me. It's really fun to me. Like, I come home, I do my workouts, you know, I stay persistent, committed to my family and my fitness. And, like, I hop on here and do this. And I was so nervous about doing this shit. I wasn't my true self, I guess. I kind of was, but I wasn't. And now I'm comfortable like I fucking talk to somebody. Like I'm talking to somebody sitting in the passenger seat, talking to a fucking camera. You know, it's weird, but I know it's people on the other side that's going to watch. If you ain't watching now, you're going to watch. You know, I don't know who it is, but it's just like, you know, everybody needs somebody to talk to. Everybody needs to be heard. don't neglect someone by their looks or how, or what you may think. You know, everyone got a voice. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody want to be heard sometimes. Sometimes you just need to take that time out and listen. You might learn something. You might learn nothing. You might just be wasting fucking time, but you gave an ear. You gave an ear to that person. So think about that too. And no matter if somebody homeless or anything, you gave an ear. You listened to their problem. You could have helped that person that day just by listening. You ain't got to comment on nothing or give somebody an answer and try to, make somebody feel a certain way to change their mood. Sometimes they just want to vent, and they don't have nobody to talk to, so they tell anybody. Sometimes I know what that feel like. I ain't been with my family in a long time, and sometimes I feel like they don't give a 2 cent shit about me because it's like I've been out here by myself for so fucking long, and I reached out, and they think I can just pull fucking money out my ass, but it don't go both ways. I need love too. I'm solid, but I need love too. I don't give a damn. Like, I'm a man and I can tell it and I'll show it too, So it's like, with that said, I learned how to stand on my own too, and 10 toes down. I learned how to stand on them and I know how to walk strong. So, and it's not that I don't need anybody, I don't want anybody in my life. It's like I got so used to being by myself and defending my own and defending my heart and trying to protect my kids and family that I made. It's like, that's what my mind wrapped around now. When you do something for so long, that's become you. If it wasn't you already, and I try to do that to my full potential, right? And I worked hard all my life, did construction. I'm an electrician right now. I did plumbing. I did work for Texas. I do road service. I had great jobs, man. Fuck, work cool. Like, I bust my fucking ass doing a lot of fucking. Since I was a kid, I hard labor work all my life. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's okay to say, fuck that shit. If you smart enough, use your fucking brain. I ain't gotta break my bones in my back to fucking goddamn prove a point that I'm alpha male. I know I'm alpha male, motherfucker. Like, I ain't gotta prove it to no guy neither. I stay humble. But if you cross me, you fuck me the wrong way and try to fucking hurt me, I'll show you something. And I ain't gotta have a gun. I got 2 fucking goddamn fists that'll beat your ass up nice real well. You know what I mean? I know I don't give a fuck if you're a fighter. I don't give a fuck if you're a boxer. Whatever. None of that shit applies when it comes to goddamn street fighting, motherfucker. And I'm not a dirty fighter. I just know I can defend my motherfucking self. So, yeah. But I'm a humble guy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't go around talking bullshit on jobs, talking like big honcho. You know how you be on work sites and guys like want to feel like they the fucking man. Oh, this and that, you don't do this better than me. Or, just because they done something on the job, they want to feel like they want to look at like, oh, I can do this. Fuck that bullshit. That shit stupid as fuck to me. I don't know why guys do that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about football. I don't give a fuck about no sports. I play them all and I'm good at them. But I don't give a fuck about watching none of that bullshit. You know what I mean? Straight up. Don't really give a fuck. It's like, the shit that I don't give a fuck about auto mechanics. I don't really give a fuck about building. I don't give a fuck about electrician, but I know how to do it all. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I give a fuck about the present in my life and how I'm gonna live my life. You know what I mean? Like, guys like to look up to that shit like hype, because I can do something, make me a man. That don't make you a fucking man. That just make you a worker, motherfucker. You're crafty, yeah. You can analyze shit and figure shit well. Yeah. But that don't make you a fucking man, Being strong, solid, and true to your fucking word will make you a man, and doing what you're gonna say, and then if you do a job, you do it right. You don't have acid. You go above and beyond to make sure the customer that you're working for is pleased. You just don't do the bare minimum. That's how you do shit in life, you know what I mean? So if you have the potential to do that, you have the energy to do that, the charisma to do that, then be that person. If you don't, you need to find it. Find it somewhere in you to have that charisma. To critique yourself. You critique yourself and find out your cons and weigh them and make them pros. Don't sit here and just dealt with a hand you was dealt. Well, you can change that shit, man. You know, like I was fucking like a hoodlum like a motherfucker. You know I might talk, and I'm being real with y'all. I'm being open. I'm being me, but that's not how you'll be a whole different person. And I'm not being fake. It's just me. You know, this is the way I talk when I get expressive. But like, you know, I was completely different from how I was now. You know, and I never thought I'd be this guy, but I love this guy, and I'm happy with my life. So far and so far on coming. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with my personality. I never hated myself. I never like, you know, yeah, like, you know, I got insecurities. Fuck, you know, everybody does. But genuinely, I can say I'm happy with myself. You know, like I look at all my achievements I do in my life, and it's like some is big milestones and some is little ones. But you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I'm trying to achieve more. So you can do the same. Most of y'all just don't do it because you're scared you're not gonna make the cut or whatever you're trying to do, or you're not gonna live up to your potential, or you feel like, man, everybody in this fucking world is capable of learning and mastering shit. You just have to put the time in. Shit don't happen overnight like they say. It takes 5 years to become good at something. It takes 10 years to be great. And now me doing electrical and doing weightlifting and consistently, I see that now. And when they say you gotta really want it, and you got, you know, they say, oh, but I really want it. You know, yeah, you may feel you really want it, but you ain't showing it. You know, I heard that all my life, but it took me to lift weights to really find out what that mean and really meant. Like, I got tired of being skinny, and I could never put on nobody fat because I move a lot and I do a lot and I never sit my ass down no matter how much I eat. So I started working out serious and hard, and I gained all this muscle because I really fucking wanted it. Like, I really wanted it, and I want more. And I don't give a fuck if I gotta take testosterone to do it, and I ain't do it yet. You know, I'm just scared to fucking do it because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to hurt myself. But I want it. And when they say you really want something, you take and go above the extent to get what you want. Now I know what the fuck that means. Now I know what that means. To really want. So I'm taking that same charisma that I got in weightlifting. I'm sure I apply it to everything else in my life. Everything else that piqued my interest, that can make me revenue and make and help people, I'm going to apply it to my life. That same concept, I know what it feels like. Because I'm hustling, grinding every day, and I'm not letting up. You know? Yes, I have mishaps on my diet. Yes, I get lazy. Yes, I get, but I still go do it. Now, I'm consistent every day, but I had days I took it off. Fuck, I'm human. And now, you know, and I'm not gonna trick my mind. Oh, you deserve it. Oh, you know, if I want to fucking take off, I'm gonna take off. You are a fucking grown ass adult, and you your own human being. You make your fucking decisions. You know? Don't let your subconscious make all your fucking decisions for you. Your conscious mind already know what the fuck you want to do. So listen to it. Listen to it. When they say follow your first mind, your conscience, that's God. The God in you talking to you. Listen to it. It's real, man. It's fucking real. I learned that a long time ago. My brother told me that right before he got shot in the neck and got killed. He said, little brother, if you don't do anything, follow your first mind. And as an adult, I see that. Because that gut feeling tell you every fucking thing you need to know. Even though if you're not analyzing it correct, you know something's not right. And even if you're wrong, if you feel that feeling, get by, because that bad energy telling you you don't need to be in that area around that type of energy, whatever it is, exit from it. Your conscience knows best. That's your soul, that's God in you telling you. Listen to it. We ignore it. Sometimes I ignore mine. I gamble mine. I know. We're human. I'm not perfect. Fuck no, by a long shot. But this is shit I'm starting to understand really heavy now. You know, really heavy. And I'm just talking to y'all, letting y'all know. Man, get in tune with yourself. Love yourself. You know, really believe in yourself. And most importantly, love yourself. You will feel the energy you never felt before. You will feel so good about yourself you never thought you'd feel. You have the confidence. You know, it's not about your fucking looks. It's not about the clothes you wear. You know, the money you got. You have confidence and you take care of yourself. The rest will follow. Stop being scared, man. You know, yeah, fears and all of us. I still have fear of some things. I fear no man, but I have fear of some things. You know, I have fear that I'm not going to achieve the things that I do. You know, I kept myself at baseline to what I was great at. I'm good at this, so I'm going to do this, so I can do good at it. And never gave myself the chance to even do harder things. Now I'm an electrician. You know, did plumbing. I did all these things. Never thought I'd be doing none of this shit. I gave myself a chance. I gave myself a chance. I believed in myself, and it all changed. So, it's a real thing. Believe in yourself. That's all I got for y'all. That's the end of the ride. I don't waste all my gas because I be filling that motherfucker back up. You know what I mean? But I love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, and I'm a talker. I love people. You know, I like talking to people. I'm a big people person. So if it's the talk things y'all like, if it's the weightlifting y'all like, if it's the funny videos y'all like, I don't think I'm that funny, but I try. I'm sorry, I try. You know, but I'm trying to make this work for me, cause you know they say do what you love, and I'm starting to love this shit. It is fun. You know, it's nothing fun. I don't think I experienced it. I always felt like I was fucking slaved. You know, it's like, so I'm gonna end it at here, and I love y'all. Like I said, believe in yourself. Give yourself a shot. Don't ever doubt yourself. Keep that doubt out your mind. You're always superior. So, till next time, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out.